Hello, Dusklings, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. The game is now paused.
And I have sweet tea.
I have
Fancy water.
yeah. Anything in a wine glass is fancy, even if it's just water. And Docs will be providing the sound effects today.
There we go.
The meh noise may or may not be something we're playing a little later today.
Ha! I didn't even think about that. Although they'll know by the time we upload this. They already know that we'll be playing it.
Resume game.
It's Goat Simulator.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Screw you, narrator man!
Yeah, screw you, narrator man.
I'm going downstairs.
Going down to the basement, and I bet it's creepy down here.
Oh my god! A hobo lives here.
Yeah.
Firehouse. Hose.
It's a parking garage.
But Stanley
Somebody left the
just
lights on.
couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
I don't know.
All because he believed everyone had vanished. His
Yeah,
boss
ELENOR.
would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Somebody spilled
All
their
of my
coffee.
co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no
Yeah,
reason at all.
maybe you are crazy.
None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh my
Why
god!
did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Is that true?
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion...
Don't just sit there and not say
I'm
anything.
sorry, that's creeping me out.
I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream.
Yeah.
Oh, what a relief.
This
Stanley
wasn't here
felt
last time.
to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon.
Yeah.
I have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
You're flying.
What?
Eleanor, you're
Then he
flying.
imagined himself
A magical
soaring
pond.
through space on a magical starfield, and it too
Ah,
appeared.
look
It
at the
was
beautiful
so
starfield.
Much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had
It's so
still
pretty.
not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
What's that?
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
What?
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who
What?
found it particularly
This breaks my
strange.
brain.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
Why do I feel
he
like-
thought. And while he thought it all very
Was that
odd
there last time?
and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to
This is-
Stanley. After all,
It's getting deep.
for certain beyond a
Yeah.
doubt that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
Yeah.
How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just
Freaking out here.
prove it, he would
Yeah.
prove that he was in control.
I
that
actually
this
am
was a
freaking out a little bit here.
So he closed his eyes gently,
Close
and
your
he
eyes.
invited himself to wake up.
Yeah, wake up.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin,
Just wake up.
the press of the mattress.
Just
on
wake
his
up,
back.
Eleanor.
The
I'm
fresh
sorry,
air
I
of the
like
world
sleeping.
outside
Just wake
this
up.
one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Let me wake
I'm
up.
through with
wake
this
up.
dream. I wish it to
wake
be
up.
over.
I wish it to be over.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue
I want to
pushing
go back
the
to
buttons.
pushing buttons.
Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job,
You have a wife?
All I want is my life exactly.
This is
the
news
way
to
it's
me.
always been.
I was gonna say.
My life
There's
is
something you
normal.
want to tell me there, Eleanor?
I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Wake up.
No, you're not.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office.
Calm down. Eleanor,
Please,
Eleanor, calm down.
someone tell
Calm
me
down.
I'm real.
Calm down.
Eleanor, Eleanor,
I can't.
no,
Run faster.
Eleanor, calm down.
Run
No,
faster.
stop.
Run faster.
Calm down. No, no.
And everything went black.
What?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Hello, Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her
Yeah.
belongings, and walked to her place.
Oh, look.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just
You
a
died
few
on the
brief
sidewalk.
moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions
Yeah.
of her would affect her
What?
career, and
Yeah.
by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she...
So instead of calling 911,
She just
she
stared.
just stared and then left.
Well,
Bitch.
that was an
ending.
ending.
And it starts all over.
It is 11:20.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
What? I'm being awfully contradictory over here, aren't I? What? Should I-
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Go right.
Go right, go
This
right.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he
There's
wanted
a
to
lot
stop
of
by the
employees here.
employee lounge
There
first,
were.
just to admire it.
I mean, at first I thought it was just like because
Wow.
we were on floor or
Yes,
something.
This room. But eager to get back to business,
See.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. Go straight. Go forward.
Yeah.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible
Don't jump
he
off this
wasn't
time.
fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Ooh, open
I'm
door.
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize
door.
that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but
If I
you
jump over, can I
all
make
this
it?
time.
I think so.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yep.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Are you?
I don't
Danger.
know how to
Danger
convince you of
everywhere.
This, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a
Okay.
chance.
I don't know if I trust this guy.
I don't think I trust this guy. Okay, we'll end it here for now and pick up here in a little bit. Alright, everyone, thank you for watching. If you'd enjoyed watching me go crazy this episode,
She did go crazy.
I was actually freaking out a little, not just in, like, the screen was freaking out, but I was actually freaking out a little bit here, too.
A little bit.
I was like, what? What? So, if you liked watching me freak out, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, share the video, spread the love of me going insane.
Follow us on Twitter because it's cool. And leave us a comment. Let me know. Let us know, not just me. Let us know what games you want us to play.
Alrighty, thanks for watching. As always, I am Eleanor.
I'm Doc. I'm Docs with a mouthful of tea that went everywhere.
Oh, goodness.
Bye!
Bye!